Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas and all that kind of good stuff. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm going to get us started off in the mood here if I can figure this out. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, there we are. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 2, Episode 51, Top 5 Drones of 2019. How is everybody doing tonight? Mr. Marcus Crawford, how are you this evening?
You know what? Just rocking it, Bill. You know, in a just a good drone mood. We were just talking about pre-show here about the Zino 2. Lots of excitement about that. I have to tell you, guys, I'm almost as excited about that Zino 2 as I am about the Skydio.
Absolutely.
It's just it's funny. We had a dry year, then all of a sudden we're getting a lot of excitement with some new products, and that's pretty cool.
Fantastic. Mr. Ron Brown, how are you this evening? And have you hit the buy button recently?
Well, yeah, I had to file suit, and Zino 2's on the way. I don't know if I'm more excited about than the Skydio 2, but the Skydio 2 is so good at avoiding obstacle, it avoids the customers that it's supposed to go to. In shipment before it even gets out of the box, it's already avoiding.
I'll be coming out with a Skydio 2 video that people will not want to miss tomorrow. Trust me on that one. Okay. That's all I am going to say on that. Okay.
I'm going to my calendar.
Yes. I am going to take these off and shut them off because I don't want anybody to have a panic attack or anything with these lights on.
I was afraid you were going to choke yourself for a second there, Bill.
Nah, I had to get them. I had to get them at Walgreens because we had gotten some. Long story short, got them over at Epcot, and the battery died on one of them. So I just ended up spending $4 at Walgreens and got another one. A little bit of housekeeping here. I know I've had several people ask me, Bill, when are you going to have your Christmas giveaway? Well, it's coming up, and the reason it's been delayed has been the items that I ordered for it haven't got here yet. So trust me, we're going to be doing it. It's going to be abbreviated. It's probably be about 2 or 3 days, but we're going to have a blast doing it. Just want to let everybody know that. The other part of housekeeping is next week, it's Christmas Eve, okay? And what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be choosing, well, it's easy. The top viewed episode from 2019 is going to be playing next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So be sure to be watching that. Had over 1,000 views. And if you guys realize something, that's at least 45 minutes to an hour. So that's like crazy, incredible minutes kind of thing here. So, so stay tuned for that. Tonight, okay, we're following up, and everybody really loved our, drone gifts guide for 2019. We're following it up tonight with the top 5 drones of 2019. Okay. And what we're going to do is, we're going to go, obviously we're going to go 5 to 1, One of the things that's going to be real interesting is to see which ones we agree on and which ones we don't agree on. Okay. So I'm going to go with Marcus first. We'll do Marcus, Ron, and then myself. What's your number 5, Marcus?
So, wow. Number 5 drone of 2019. In other words, we're ranking them best to worst. Let me make sure
we're going to do number 5 to 1. Like your worst. Not really your worst, but your 5th choice, and then your 4th, and 3rd, and then 2nd, and 1st.
Oh gosh, man, you are really
not making it easy.
You are not making it easy. Gosh, anybody that watches my channel knows that they're all my favorite. so I always say that. Oh, I love this is my favorite one. Well, they're all my favorite. Gosh, okay, so number 5. I'm going to go with the Spark.
And why are you choosing the Spark for number 5?
Well, because you know what, it's been a great product, and it brought a lot of people into our hobby, and I think it's going out on a high note. The Mavic Mini definitely stole its thunder, and we watched DJI slowly just get rid of it over the year. It was it was available as a refurb, unless you just can't buy one from DJI now. But it was a groundbreaking drone.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It really was a groundbreaking drone. Ron, what's your number 5?
Well, I'm going to be more decisive. Marcus sounded like a politician there when you asked him. He was trying to cover all his bases and whatever, and not lose any of his constituents. Well, my number 5 is coincidentally the little DJI Spark. Sorry, I'm copying Marcus here, whatever. And it's only number 5 if you have the Lava Red model.
Marcus you had the white one, right?
I had a white one. In fact, I still have it. Yeah.
Okay, you have the white. All right, all right.
And Bill asked me to say, why am I choosing the Spark?
Yes. Why are you choosing the Spark for number 5, Ron?
For all of the reasons Marcus said. Plus, I have my top 5 sitting here, so it was easy to grab. So it's in the number 5 position. But Bill, I'm interested to find out what your number 5 is.
My number 5, and it's going to surprise you guys. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a disagreement here. All right.
Oh.
You know what my number 5 is? Okay. Now recently, I have been inducted, and as I've been officially sworn in to ZinoNation. Okay. I'm choosing the Hubsan Zino for number 5. And the reason I'm choosing the Hubsan Zino for number 5 is it's a groundbreaking type of drone. Okay. The value that you get for $399, and now I think Marcus said it's $299, it's off the charts. Okay. The quality of the video that you get, everything with it. I mean, it's more than it's not quite a big boy drone, and it's not quite a toy grade drone, but that's my number 5. And I'm going to stick to it because video I've seen from both yours and Marcus's has been outstanding. I mean, and kudos to especially Marcus for his diligence with the firmware updates. I don't think there's anybody out there that covered firmware updates on the Hubsan Zino better than Marcus. I mean, seriously.
Agreed.
And it was a labor of love. And I got to tell you this, Marcus does excellent videos. And I told him this earlier today, but I'll tell you what, he has a real passion for the Hubsan Zino. And that's why yours truly, here's a grand announcement. Ta-da. Okay. I ordered my Zino 2 today. Okay. So I'm officially I'm no longer ex officio. I am an official member of ZinoNation now. Okay. Being that it's going to be coming sometime in January. So that's my choice for number 5. That's what I'm gonna stick to it. Okay, here comes. We're gonna go to number 4. Marcus, number 4. What's your number 4?
Yeah. So again, this is really tough because it's hard for me to rank these drones because I really do like them all in different ways and so forth. But I'm going to go with the FIMI X8 SE. The FIMI, it's another one of those drones that's just an amazing value. I just happened to run across the receipt of what I paid for mine when I bought it. I bought it from Banggood and I got it for $445. Man, that's a lot of drone for $445. 4K 30 frames per second, 100 megabit bit rate. Very, very powerful drone. I know Ron, I don't think has had a chance to fly it yet. Ron's got mine right now. And I know you haven't flown it, Bill, but it's a drone that would remind you a lot of the Mavic 2 in its flight characteristics and in the power and in the way that it flies. And when you think about that price point, that's a significant deal. But there again, I want to say, I'm ranking it at number 4, but it's a significant drone, and I can see where some people might rank it higher. Ron?
Marcus, thank you. I can't wait to get out and fly your number 4 choice, except since the day it arrived, it's either been raining or if the sun's been out, it's been gale force winds. It's no in between. It's one day or the other. And the same thing, it rained all day today and tomorrow get sun, but gale force winds. So the FIMI 2 X8 Pro may be out before I get the base one flown, but okay, my number 4 choice is it's already been mentioned, is the little Hubsan Zino. And I rated 4 because it gave me plenty of practice to do firmware updates last year, so that was always fun doing all the firmware updates, as Marcus's videos have so well shown. I just did one the other day under Marcus' recommendation. I got up to what's the current flight controller?
1.2.05.
It's on that, and of course I held back on the gimbal. It's on the good camera thing, so it's all ready to go if the weather ever clears here. So again, Marcus and I have had this thing a year now. We were one of the early people to get it, and we've been through all the at the beginning. We were beta testers. The firmware, there's a lot of things that didn't work the way they should have, but it never crashed. It never flew away. I mean, I know some people have had crashes because of the battery issues, after having it too long and doing too many flights, but, it's been reliable. And I hope that the Zino 2 is just as reliable as Zino 1 was. So, Bill, what's your number 4?
Okay, my number 4. And you know what? Okay, and to not sound redundant here, I've never flown it, but I've watched Marcus's video, and I'm going to agree with him. I think that Fimi X8. My only caveat, my only reservation is, I do know that several people had some flyaways with it, but I got to tell you this: seeing how fast that drone is, and seeing the quality of the video from that was very impressive. I know Marcus had a very rocky start with his when unfortunately he had a little incident, but he quickly was able to get that corrected and get that back up in the air. And like I said, the video on there has been absolutely stellar. It's very clear. The controller looks very easy to understand. And I've just been very impressed with it. Of course, I've never touched it before, and I'm real anxious to hear what your take is on it, Ron, after you have a chance to get out there with it.
I may have to come down to Arrington Beach with it between Christmas and New Year's.
You're welcome too. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that the place we went out to eat, I'll make sure they have plenty of grouper there that night.
Good.
So we can have some grouper tacos.
And make sure they didn't fix the pier up.
Yes. We want to make sure that that's still an abandoned pier so we can fly over it. Okay. Now they're talking about knocking it down. So we need to get both you and Marcus you need to get you guys down here so we can film that before they do that.
All right. It sounds like a plan.
That sure does. Okay.
That's a good choice, Bill. I can't wait to grab that Phoebe because, again, both of us have heard so many good things about it. But I stood in the sidelines. I should have ordered it back in the spring when Marcus did. But I got caught. Remember the whole Phoebe thing? Marcus, tell a little bit. You ordered it first in December, and I know people ordered before you. And like Brian, it got canceled 3 times or whatever, and I just wasn't going to go through all that. What would you call that? Pain and suffering, disappointment, or whatever of it not coming.
That was a drone that tested our patience, Ron. I originally ordered it in December of last year through GearBest. That order got canceled. I reordered from Banggood with Dustin Dunhill's discount code, and then I finally got that drone in May. And of course, as you all know, the first flight out, propeller exploded and crashed. But here's what I'm going to tell you is they have improved that drone through a lot of firmware updates and so forth. I was really not happy with it at first, and it then got to the point that it was one of my favorite drones. So
a remarkable story, really.
Yeah.
So I kind of sidetracked the thing here. I think Marcus, you're up to your third best drone of the year.
Okie dokie, guys. Third best drone of the year. Let's unfold it out in all of its glory here. Oh yeah, the Hubsan Zino. I mean, I'm just telling you, this is such a humble little drone. And Bill, you talked about it earlier. You said $299. You were wrong. It's on GearBest on sale right now, and I'm not affiliated with them at all, but they have it on sale for $219.
219. Holy cow.
$219. This thing shoots in 4K 30. It's not, you know, you just don't expect it to be as refined as a Paradenofi or a Mavic, but it does fly good and it takes really good video. And I think part of the charm of it is that cheap price. It's just a lot of fun. So so that's my number 3.
Okay.
Good choice, Marcus. Good choice.
I will buy that. Ron, you're
number 3. And before I go on, everybody in the chat room, why don't you put your top 5 drones in the chat, and we'll kind of compare notes at the end. What do you think, Bill?
Yes.
Okay.
So whoever's in the chat, go ahead and list your top 5. Put your number by it and put the name of the drone.
And you can win the grand prize.
Can win the grand prize, yes.
Whatever that is. Okay.
Grouper tacos.
Grouper tacos at what's that place called? The Contra Republic.
Contra Republic, yes.
We'll see you on midnight on New Year's Eve there.
That's right.
Next up is a drone that probably most people have never heard of. It hardly got any press when it came out. It's the Mavic Mini or whatever. Little known drone. I'm sorry guys. Sorry. I'll get serious. The Mavic Mini, a late addition to this list here. It just started arriving in people's hands. What, in the middle of November, Bill?
Yes.
It was you could pre-order on the 31st. It made the rounds. It quickly became a lot of people's favorite drone for its 249 grams. It's lightweight. It's great flight controller. It's great battery life. A few people dinged it on the camera. A few people dinged it on the wind. But overall, for price versus performance, this little drone's hard to beat. And I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to throw it over to Bill, the drone reviewer, to get his number 3.
Okay, my number 3 is probably going to surprise a lot of people here. Okay, I don't know if it's going to necessarily surprise a lot of people or not, but it's the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. The thing about this drone is, okay, there's several things. You know, it has OcuSync 2.0 in it, which I mean, you know, I have no problem going distances with it at all. I mean, and the signal back is strong. I mean, it's a strong, clear signal. Never any issues with that. The video from that is second to none. Okay, even and you know, there's always been, you know, and I had my series, my boxing series, the Phantom 4 Pro and the Mavic 2 Pro. Okay, in comparing that video, I mean, it's close, but you know what? To me, that Phantom 4 Pro V2.0, that video on there is just, you know, right there. You don't have to. You know, you don't have to, when you take it into Adobe, you don't have to do a thing to it. You really don't. I mean, it's so good. It really is. And I just can't say enough about it. And there may be a video coming out on that soon too. So you guys may want to be paying attention. Hint, hint. It's probably going to be coming out tomorrow as well. So, but yeah, that's my choice for number 3. I am very fortunate to get that. I was really, really, really lucky to be able to get it the way I did. So, Marcus, we're all the way up to number 2 already.
Okay, number 2. So Ethan Mitchell just mentioned this one just a few minutes ago, and I couldn't believe it when I saw his post. So I just double checked. The Paradenofi. The Paradenofi is available right now on Amazon, brand new, not as a refurb, brand new, for $499.99. That is just a phenomenal buy for a phenomenal drone. This thing, the only knock that I'm going to put on this drone is that its Wi-Fi is a little bit weak. And when we're talking about Wi-Fi, we're mostly talking about the FPV feed that you get back from the drone. In urban environments, you sometimes you'll get some interference and won't be able to see your screen. It is a feature-rich drone. It's not the fastest drone, but it is fast. It's got, I mean, they have packed so much into the app and into this drone. I don't even know where to start. It's got all kinds of automated flight modes. In film mode, it is one of the smoothest, easiest flying drones that you will ever come across. And, you know, just go on Ethan's YouTube page and take a look at some of the videos he's taken with it. It will shoot 4K 30, and man, it's just amazing what this little guy will do. I just can't say enough and about it. And when Ethan mentioned that 499 price, I just about fell off my chair. They say they've got 12 of them left. If by the end of this show you guys haven't bought all those out, I don't know what to say, because for $500 this thing is a steal. And in fact, I'll go this far. I'll say if it had a better Wi-Fi connection, it might have placed above my #1 choice. So anyway, can't say enough good about it. Josh at Parks and Tech also made this drone famous himself. I'm not going to give it away. You're going to have to go to his channel and look at his video to see that. Okay, Ron.
Good teaser. Well, I'm copying Marcus again. I'm bringing the Parrot Alfie up at #2 here. Marcus basically said everything I was going to say about it. I don't often fly in urban environments. I don't have as many Wi-Fi issues as Marcus does. So, but it does. It's not. As far as a Wi-Fi drone, I don't know where I'd rank it. It's not as good as the new Mavic Mini and Wi-Fi, and I've never flown the Mavic Air, so Air, that's a small one. I can't compare it against that, but the other knock, as I can see here too, is the darn memory card placement under the battery in that little phone holder from 1999. That would be the other small knock, but you can transfer the footage directly from plugging the drone into the computer. So, I like the lightweightness. I like it lightweight, easy for travel. I like the controller for it. I like the software and the interface. I think in the app, some of the functions, you don't have to dig down as many menus as you do on the DJI Go 4 app to access stuff you need. Battery life is, for the price, it's hard to complain. Even at $599, it's hard to complain about the features that you get with this drone. So, Bill, what's your #2?
Well, you know what, and this is a drone that I have flown, and and not to sound redundant here, but this is going to be one we're all going to agree on. I had an opportunity to fly an Alfie when Rick Smith was in town, and I'll tell you what, the aspect of flying that drone, it could not have been easier to fly. I think it probably rivals some of DJI's better drones in terms of its maneuverability. In terms of the stick control on there was extremely responsive. Because of the weight of that drone, it's because it doesn't weigh a lot. Rick was telling me it's easier for it to stop, and it stops literally on a dime. Having that camera with the tilt feature on there was incredible. As you may remember, I had Gail Orenstein on, the drone photojournalist, and I believe she said, I don't know if she was in Afghanistan, but she was in a war-torn country, and she was flying under. She had to fly under some overpasses, and she took the Anafi and used the Anafi because she wanted to make sure that everything was okay under those overpasses when she did that. I mean, here's a drone journalist using that in a war-torn area, which I thought was incredible. So, and those prices, like Marcus said, if it's not gone by the time the show's over tonight, there's something wrong, because that's just an insane price. And I think Lon also posted too. I think it was $499 at Best Buy as well. So, I mean, it's just an incredible deal right now at this time of year. And I got to agree with Marcus. The big knock, and this is something, I'll agree with him on, is having that Wi-Fi. And I wish, I wish in both DJI, I know it's the less expensive route for them as far as communication is concerned, but look at what you get with OcuSync 2.0. Okay. Both in the Mavic 2 series, the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. It's just incredible, the communication that you have with those drones versus something like Wi-Fi. And probably a drone that is probably on the bottom of the list as far as that's concerned, as far as Wi-Fi is concerned, is the Mavic Air, because that's why it never, even more than the sound from it, that's the reason it didn't make my top 5, because that Wi-Fi signal is just absolutely, positively horrible. Marcus, number one, the pressure is on.
Well, okay. The pressure is on. So, okay, I'm going to make this pretty easy. And I'm sure that we're all probably pretty much in agreement. Now, I'm going to call it the Mavic 2 twins, because while I have the Zoom, I know you guys both have the Pro, and look at that. I even did unwound it wrong there, pulled the legs out the wrong way, but yeah, I mean this thing. So I'm almost speechless. In the prosumer drone category right now, there's just nothing better. And yeah, it's relatively expensive, but you absolutely pay for what you get. Sensors all the way around on this guy. You know, we talk about the Skydio, and yeah, I've got a Skydio ordered and I'm excited about it. But if you look at Ken Dono's recent video, hey, this guy, he used his zoom. It followed him through the trees just the same as the Skydio did. Albeit, if he'd have been going faster, he would have lost it, no question about it. But the video quality is awesome. The way it flies, it's awesome. The features that they pack into it, it's stone reliable. You get great flight time. You've got OcuSync 2. You get great range. It's just the top of the heap, guys. And I know we've got some new stuff coming out this year. I don't think the Skydio 2 is going to top it. The Skydio 2 has some different features that may be better, but I think as an overall drone, I think this guy is still number one. We might see a Mavic 3 that'll top it this coming year. We might see an Evo 2 that'll top it this coming year, but those drones aren't here yet. And for now, we've seen some incredible buys on this one too. Ron, you posted the other day, somebody had the Pro as a refurb right at $1,000. I can't remember who it was.
1079, right.
Yeah.
I think it was a refurb, right? But yeah. Incredible.
It's just incredible. And you know, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, the Mavic 2 would serve you well. Ron, I have a feeling I know what yours is.
Well, I'm going to keep people on their pins and needles for a second. Lon pointed out in the chat that the Anafi Extended Edition with the 2 batteries, the case, and all the trimmings is only $599. There's even a better buy, Marcus.
Wow. Holy cow.
Oh, just to let you guys know, DJI is still having a Christmas sale going on, and that sale price applies to the Mavic 2 Pro. Okay. And especially combo that as well too with the smart controller. So there is a deal going on right now if you're interested in the Mavic 2 Pro.
Good information, Bill. Okay, now before I get to my number one, I'm going to kind of make a disclaimer here and say that I didn't put the Autel Evo on the list because I don't have an Evo. I've never flown the Evo. So I only listed drones that I actually own and flew. So there may be better drones than what I've mentioned, but I just didn't mention like the Evo obviously be in the top 5 if I would have haven't and flown it, but I'm sticking to all drones I have. Okay, drum roll, please, Bill, for the number one drone of the year, the Christmas egg drone. This is the upgraded model with a 4K camera on it. So I got my link. See, Bill's got the gold one, but he doesn't have the holiday one with the 4K 60 frames per second camera on it.
Yeah, this doesn't even have a camera on it. I'm so outclassed here.
This is the upgraded model.
That's the upgraded model.
Yeah.
And that has GPS on it.
But if you can't afford this, because I don't
think the rocket drone. The rocket drone.
Well, that would have been next on the list. But if you can't afford this, because I don't have any coupons, it's not on sale anyplace, you'll just have to go with the Mavic 2 Pro, which, as Bill mentioned, is on sale at DJI. Wellbots had a coupon. This is a couple of days old, so it may not be there anymore for $10.79. I haven't had this drone as long as Bill and Marcus did. I just purchased this in the spring of last year. under advice from Bill the Drone Reviewer, who talked me through the whole purchase and even convinced me to get the smart controller, which makes it even a better drone with that controller. So it's my best drone as far as camera. I mean, the photos are incredible on it. The video is great. The way it flies, precise, strong in the wind, range. I mean, it's the best drone I've flown in almost every category. So I'm not missing any words here. So I could go on all night about it, but I'm not going to bore anybody. I'm going to throw it to Bill, and he's going to give his surprise #1 pick.
This is a total surprise, totally out of left field. The Mavic 2 Pro.
Where have I seen that before?
Well, you know, and I have to say this about this drone, okay? I was one of the fortunate ones. Valerie was there too, and quite a few of us were. Billy, Ken, Ed Ricker, Kelly Shores, Rick Smith, Half Chrome Drones. There were a number of us that were fortunate enough to be able to go to the launch event for the Mavic 2. And you know, what impressed me right away was, okay, they flew both the Pro and the Zoom, and they landed them on the table right behind the speaker as the performance was starting. And you know, since then, and it wasn't loud, it wasn't overwhelmingly loud. And I said, you know what, right away, you know, it hit me like a light. It said, you know, they've done something with the props and the ESCs. It was quieter immediately. I sensed that. And then he showed us the video with all the obstacle avoidance on it. It wasn't Michael Perry, Michael Oldenburg. And since then it was like, wow. And then you go out, and then we went out, we had a table where we can have hands-on with the Pro and the Zoom. And then they had us outside and gave us an SD card so we can take it out over the Hudson River and fly there. All right. And they got permission from the city of New York to do that. It was just an incredible experience. And I ordered mine that day. Although I have to say this, all the guys up front, Rick Smith, Ken and Billy, everybody else, their faces were down in their phones because they were ordering their drones right during the event, which I thought was, that was absolutely hilarious. I didn't order mine till later in the afternoon. Got it, and a week later I had it and had it up in the air for its first flight. And then, of course, we all know the story about finding the problem with precision landing. Okay, you know, and Valerie's watching the drone coming down and says it's going to land on the roof, and I'm like, okay, let's take care of that right now. And that, and you know, and I was very pleased with how quickly DJI addressed that issue. But I tell you what, Marcus and Ron are right. For the value, for the money in the consumer space, there is no better drone out there. Okay. The #1 thing on this drone, you know, well, I don't know. I don't want to say #1. One of the things that I really like about it is its portability. Okay. You can't pass it up. Being able to get it into a small bag and take it with you anywhere you go. I mean, it's literally easy. I mean, Ron saw, you know, when we went to the beach, and I took it there and got it out, and you know, just a matter of seconds, popped the battery in, set the landing pad up, and I was ready to go. I mean, that was before I had the smart controller, so I had to get that set up too. But you know, it was just absolutely, you know, I've just been enamored with it.
Hey, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to get to do an honorable mention?
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. We're going to have, it's honorable mentions time now. So Marcus, go ahead with your honorable mentions.
Well, I suspect you guys will know what that is too. So, so that's the little mini. Now, the reason that I didn't put this guy into the top 5 is because it's mostly just a drone, right? I mean, there's no big wow features to it, other than the fact that it's lightweight and compact. But it really deserves a mention because all of us that fly this thing love it, because when you have it up in the air, you don't know that it's just a little bitty drone. It feels like a lot like its big brother. The way that whoever programs their flight controls at DJI just does an amazing job. And when you're flying the thing, it's easy. If you're not trying to fly fast and you're not in high winds or anything like that, it feels like you're flying its bigger brother Mavic. And while there's a lot of things that people would rather have on this camera, you know, some of the manual controls and so forth. And it only shoots in 2.7K, but it's phenomenal 2.7K. And for me, being able to pack this guy up in this little bag and take it with me is huge. So it you know, by the time we fly this through next year, it may go up a rank, you know, by the time we get to the end of next year. But anyway, that's my honorable mention.
Ron, your honorable mention.
Before I get to my honorable mention, I see we have 400 AGL Mel in the chat, and Mel made a great video this week where he showed how to be able to stream with YouTube on the smart controller. He cracked that nut, and I followed his YouTube video instructions by the letter, and I'm now able to stream live on YouTube from the smart controller. So I want to make a shout out to Mel there before I go on to my what are we calling this again? Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Well, you know, I didn't have anything off the top of my head because, of course, you know, I don't want to mention drones I don't have. I mean, I haven't flown yet, so I won't mention the FEMI. And I could say the Skydio, but I haven't flown it yet. So my honorable mention would be did I said one? The Phantom 4. I've flown a Phantom 4 this year. I don't have it close by, but I've flown the Phantom 4 this year. The Phantom 4, I don't have the V2 or anything. I just have the Phantom 4. 2017 still flies great. You know, I still, every time I take it up, I still have fun taking it out there. You know, the video is good, pictures are good. You know, all these years later, it still holds up well. So that's my my honorable mention. But now, well, I'm interested in hearing Bill's honorable mention. Oh, he's typing right now, so I'll keep jabberjawing for a while. But
No, I'm good.
Okay, Bill,
All right.
Bill, take it away.
My honorable mention, it's going to be the same as Marcus's. It's going to be the Mavic Mini. And, you know, the only reason it didn't crack that top 5 for me, okay, to me, this is going to be, I think it's going to sell real well. There's going to be a lot under trees this year. As you know, all three of us have produced a number of videos on the Mavic Mini. You know, I just don't, you know, for the quality, for what you get, it's fantastic. Okay. But for me, one of the downfalls of the Mini for me is, even though it's a better Wi-Fi, it's still not where it should be. Okay. And again, I understand the reasons why DJI used an enhanced Wi-Fi instead of OcuSync. You know, it's mostly for cost, also for keeping the weight down. I understand the whole idea behind that, and I understand why they're marketing it and it's going to sell real well, probably over in the UK and Europe and in other countries where rules are different as far as, you know, having that 249 gram rule as far as drones were concerned. So that's why it falls into that category for me. One of the things I want to do now, okay, we're going to look now. We finished with 2019, okay, and we're going to officially close the books on 2019 as far as looking at drones are concerned. All right, we're going to get out our crystal balls. We're going to look into 2020. All right, we're going to talk about several drones here that are going to be coming out in 2020. Okay, now I know we had Rick Smith give us a nice talk about this, but the first one, the Mavic 3, guys, what do you think? Marcus?
Yeah, well, so of course it's all just speculation right now. So what are they going to bring to the table with it? You know, what I'm hoping for is we get a camera that's the quality of the Mavic 2 Pro, but with that optical zoom that the Zoom has. And if they can enhance their obstacle avoidance and AI capabilities, that'd be awesome. Everybody always wants better flight time. So we'll see if they pack that in there. But here's what I always tell everybody this about DJI. DJI knows what we want before we know what we want. And whatever they bring out is going to be exciting and is going to blow our minds. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Ron.
Does that go for the RoboMaster also, Marcus?
Well, you know, I'm watching Art with that RoboMaster, Artco Drone Solutions. It looks like he's having fun. It did get stuck in the snow.
Little ice and snow, yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to get the SUV 4-wheel drive RoboMaster next time around. But well, Bill, I'm gonna do you one better, Bill. I'm gonna give you the top 5 drones of 2020. Are you ready? Are you?
I'm ready. Go for it, Ron. I'm all.
Okay. I'm gonna go top down though instead of the other one.
All right.
Mavic 3 1.
Okay.
Autel Evo 2.
Okay.
Number 2. Skydio 2. Number 3.
Okay.
Zino 2. Number 4.
Okay.
And Mavic Air 2. Number 5.
Wow.
List?
Okay. That's a very interesting list. Marcus, what do you think of Ron's list here?
Well, I think Ron definitely put some thought into this program tonight.
Ron is prepared when he comes on Bill the Drone Reviewer.
Yeah. And by the way, Art is saying that he's having a blast with that RoboMaster, and that's great. That's really cool. We were all really gratified to see him win that at Spin Up this year. Anyway, but yeah, the list is good, and I have a hard time arguing with your the way you're sorting them out. You know, the Skydio 2 is still, none of us here have had it in our hands yet, although, we've had some trusted individuals like Billy and Ken Dono are flying it now, so you gotta trust their assessment of it. I'm a little disappointed. It's not, I think, what Skydio represented it to be, but it's still a game changer. And so let's see what both Autel and DJI do to answer that. And I suspect that both of them will. We know that the Autel is going to have 360 obstacle avoidance now. Now, what kind of AI it'll have, we don't know yet, but it should be good. And the new Mavic Air that they're talking about, Ron, I mean, we know little to nothing about that. If it's the Mavic Mini with more features, hey, that might be pretty darn interesting. Then your number 4 choice, and I'd probably, gosh, I have a hard time, putting that drone at number 4 because I'm really excited about it. And that Zino 2, now there's nothing groundbreaking about it, but what is groundbreaking is the value for $400. And I've had so much fun with the original Zino. How can you not be excited about the Zino 2? 4K 60, 100 megabit bit rate. It doesn't have any kind of obstacle avoidance, but it does have downward sensors for optical flow and for TOF, time of flight sensors. So it should be nice and stable. And again, for $400, it's pretty tough to go wrong with that one. Well, Bill, back to you.
Okay, it's to me now. Before I'm going to do that, I've been remiss, and I really haven't greeted people in the chat, and I want to go ahead and do that. RC Master, and Telemax Multi-Rotor, Philly Drone Life is here, Mel's here tonight, Lon's here tonight, Lauren is here tonight, Brian Singleton's here tonight, Kolsky RC, welcome, thanks for showing up tonight. Mike Kinney is here, Jay Santiago, I know Artco's in the house tonight. Let's see who else. Josh is here, Parks and Tech, Drone Master. I know G-Boy 185 is here tonight. I'm trying to scroll here through. I want to try to make sure I get everybody. KB from LV is here tonight. Floyd Motes is here tonight. Dale Wilson is here tonight. I think we covered them all. And I want to echo what Ron said. Mel, that was a great video that you did on getting the smart controller to work, because I know I've had my frustrations with that as well. And that's an excellent solution. And thank you for posting a good video on that. That was definitely good. Okay, here's my list. All right, number 1 is going to be the Mavic 3. And one of the big things that I want to see on the Mavic 3, and I kind of agree with Marcus here, I want to see a camera that's going to combine the features of the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, okay? I also want to see a mechanical shutter on that as well, too. Because if they do that, okay, that will just absolutely cut those apron ties to the Phantom line, okay? because I mean, that's why people are still kind of hanging on to the Phantom 4 Pro and the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0 is because of that mechanical shutter and also the 4K at 60 frames per second. Okay. Number 2 for me, Autel Evo 2. Okay. That's going to be a game changer. You know, the battery life on that, the range on that, the obstacle avoidance, you know, the probably interchangeable camera options that they're going to have on that is going to be fantastic. And also to answer people's questions, I know a lot of people have said they can't find Autel in a booth at CES. That's correct. They don't have a booth at CES, but they will be in Las Vegas. They will be holding an event there. I know that because I talked to my good friend Ken Dono, Original Dobo. So stay tuned for some information on that. I'm sure Ken, and pay attention to Ken's channel. I'm sure he's going out there and he's going to be part of their event. So stay tuned and be sure to watch Ken's channel on that. Okay. Number 3 for me. Okay. And this is probably going to surprise a lot of people. All right. I'm going to be going with the Zino 2. Okay. The reason I'm going, and you know, and again, you know, these are not drones that we haven't even touched the plastic on them or the propellers on them, guys. But from everything that I've seen and that I've read, the value for the dollar that you're going to get for the Zino 2 is completely off the charts. Okay. It's not going to have obstacle avoidance, which, you know, that's, I mean, what, the Mavic Mini doesn't have obstacle avoidance and it's selling through the roof right now. No pun intended. But the features that'll be on that, the ability to do software updates like you would normally do a DJI type of product on there, you know, the 4K 60 on there, you know, the runtime that's on that, just everything.
Detachable gimbal.
The detachable gimbal. Thank you, Ron. That's a great point. There is so much to that. It's just absolutely fantastic. Okay. Now my number 4 is going to be the Mavic Air 2. And from what I'm hearing from my sources, that's going to come out before the Mavic 3. So stay tuned for that. And what I'm hearing about the Mavic Air 2 is it's going to have better ESCs, quieter props. They're going to be improved, okay, improved communication systems, but they haven't really said whether or not they're going to do OcuSync or Wi-Fi. And I'm really hoping they're going to go to OcuSync on that because you know what? And I'll tell you this, I would pay another $75 to $100 more if they put OcuSync in a package like the Mavic Air. The Mavic Air is an incredible size for the drone. I had a couple of weeks with it. I enjoyed it. You know, my big thing, two big things were the noise factor on it. Okay. And then eventually you could see there were issues with transmission because of the Wi-Fi. All right. Not making my list. Okay. Is Skydio 2. All right.
Oh,
Skydio 2 is not even making my list for 2020. Heartbeat still, Ron. I don't want you to have to go and get another stent put in. Okay.
I'm calling 911.
Ron's calling 911 right now. Okay. The reason I'm not putting it on the list is, you know, I'm going to echo a lot of what Marcus said. I think they did not do enough real world beta testing with the Skydio 2. I think it's, you know, and I hate to use the term half baked, but it was not ready. And, you know, remember the old saying, not ready for primetime players. Well, it's not ready for primetime. Okay. And it's been evidenced by several videos, especially tracking videos and losing connections of people. One of the other things is, and I think people are going to be kind of, I think, disappointed on it. Original Dobo put out a great video on the shortcomings of the Skydio 2. And I think if people are expecting a cinematic drone here, they're going to be disappointed. All right. It's not going to be the cinematic drone that you get with a Mavic 2 series type of drone or a Phantom 4 type of drone, or, you know, or even some of the other drones. Okay. It's not going to have that I mean, it has those capabilities, but it's going to be very limited. The controller seems to be an afterthought. All right. It seems to be something like, oh, well, you know, let's go ahead and put a controller on it and we're going to go ahead and make it so, you know, people can do cinematic videos on it. But in essence, what it boils down to is the Skydio 2 is an action sports drone. Okay. That's what it does best. All right. And you've seen those videos. I mean, they've been out there. And there's been some videos out there that have exposed the weaknesses on it. You know, if you're into athletics, if you're into, you know, biking or ATVing or, riding boosted boards, you know, and have the drone follow you, you're going to, you know, it'll do a fantastic job. But like I said, there's been instances where it's lost track of people and was caught making decisions. There's been instances where it's been caught in trees. You know, and right now I think it's something for me, that at this point in time, I would not recommend the Skydio 2 until they do quite a bit of firmware updates. One of the other things with this too that Ken Dono pointed out is there is no telemetry data on there. Okay. You know, if the Golden A had a, had an app for it, which if it was FPV, okay, it would actually have telemetry data with it. Okay. Even these very inexpensive drones from China have telemetry data. And this is something that wasn't with Skydio 2. So be on the lookout for a video that I'm going to be doing on the Skydio 2. You guys definitely want to check that out. That should be coming out in the next day or so. All right. Well, gentlemen, we've reached the golden hour here. Okay. We've covered the top 5 drones of 2019. We've covered our choices. We've covered the honorable mentions. We've covered our choices for 2020, what we think is going to be coming down the road. Marcus, any final thoughts here tonight?
Yeah, it's just an exciting time to be flying drones. That's about it. And mostly, since I know we're not having any live shows next week, I want to wish everybody happy holidays and looking forward to a great new year and a prosperous 2020. Ron?
Thank you, Marcus. That's great sentiments. Yeah, Marcus, we're not having our ZinoNation show next Monday either, in respect to everybody's time and during the holiday week to spend with friends, relatives, and what have you. So I just want to wish everybody a happy Dronemas and a happy Drone New Year. And we'll see you in 2020, everyone. And I hope it's a lot of little drone packages under the trees spread throughout the country. Bill, take it away.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I have to ask both of you this question. Is Santa going to be having any drones or drone related accessories under the tree for you this year?
Yeah, no question about it, Bill. I mean, probably that I've already bought myself. So I do have that Skydio 2. I've already placed my order. So just waiting for that to show up, and gonna have a lot of fun with that. Now, I see some talk in the chat about you flying it in urban environments. That is not what I'm gonna do with that drone, but I'm looking forward to being out in the woods and out in the country with my ATV or with my dual sport motorcycle and getting some good vistas with that thing, as well as being able to do some flying that maybe with that level of obstacle avoidance, I wouldn't be able to do with another drone. So yeah, pretty excited about that thing. Yeah, so that's it.
Ron, how about you?
Marcus, probably not too many urban areas out the Snake River to get in any trouble with it, huh?
Not at all. That's the cool thing about where I'm at. I've got plenty of places I can go and get out of anything urban.
Yeah, my first test will probably be the beach where there's absolutely nothing to hit except for a sand dune. Drone related gifts. Well, if I'm lucky, the only urban thing if my Skydio can dodge my street here and come in the door and land under the Christmas tree for me, that'll be a Christmas related gift, right? If it can avoid everything and land right under the front and center of the tree.
Well, I got, since, you gentlemen gave yours, my Christmas gift to myself was, I ordered the Zino 2 today, if you haven't heard. So I'm thoroughly excited about that. I can't wait for it. I'm just absolutely thrilled to be able to get my hands on it and test it. And, and I really like there's a good group of people that follow ZinoNation and that follow the Zino. And I'm glad to be a part of that now. I think that's
Yeah.
that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Bill, congratulations. Let's hope that's not your Easter gift.
No, yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So too. I'm hoping it's not good. We're not, because Marcus informed me of the time period that it may take. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, I got the order, I printed the email off, and I have a piece of paper sitting down there. So
it may be sitting in your Easter basket, not your Christmas stocking.
Well, it may be my birthday gift. My birthday's in July, so.
Well, yeah. Now you've gone too far there, Bill.
Yeah, that's getting a little carried away there, Bill.
That may be the Mavic Air 2 that's in your birthday present.
That's true. That's very true. I want to echo what both Ron and Marcus said. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Next week, I'm going to put the most popular Rotor Talk live. It's going to be a rebroadcast, so you guys are going to be able to watch that. It's going to be on Christmas Eve. Hope you're able to spend some time with family and friends and relax and enjoy the holiday. It's a wonderful time of year. It's a very special time. It's very special for Valerie and I. Unfortunately, we won't be up in Ohio to spend be with our granddaughter for her first Christmas. But as you've probably heard, when we retire, we're going to be moving. We're spending part of the year up in Ohio and spending time around her. So, we did get her a very nice gift. And I'm looking forward to getting a picture of it to see what it ended up looking like. So, but I do want to wish that to everyone. I will make an announcement when we're going to have our giveaways here. Okay, that's coming up as soon as that package lands. I'm going to get an announcement out there for everybody. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you guys watched them last year, we're not going to have 12 of them because we don't have 12 days, but we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I hope you guys will stick around and enjoy them. They're not going to be long. They're probably not going to be more 15 or 20 minutes, but I'm going to be having my way better half in here with me when we do that. So we're going to have a good time with that here. Well, again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and everyone be safe travels. And remember, it's always a great day to fly. Take care, everybody. Have a good evening.